This is Eric from Postcard Reflections, and today we're going to do another What Sold video. I do have a question though. What do you consider as a common postcard? Whether it's the price or just quantity, what do you consider a common postcard? One of the postcards I sold this week, I had somebody comment that it was a common one, and I agree to disagree, but we'll get to that in a moment. I sold 16 this last week, between April 12th and April 18th, and we're gonna just start here and move through them. Okay, postcard Fort Sumter, Civil War, Centennial. This is in South Carolina. This sold on an offer of $2.84, my lowest sale of the week. But I do have like 13 more of these postcards, and they're not flying off the shelf, let me tell you. Standard size, unused on the back. Then we have Water Island Colony Club in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's sold on an offer of $5.95, unused. And we have a continental postcard, aerial view of Cancun Island in Mexico. The water and the hotels, unused on the back. And this one sold for $3.83 on an offer. Star Wars postcard, episode 1, Wizard 1.5. Sold for full asking of $4.95. Queen Amidala, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Anakin, unused on the back. Floral collection, Apple Blossom Preference. This sold for full asking of $4.95. Don't really sell many flowers. This was a little bit of a surprise. Unused on the back, copyright 1993. Okay, Tennessee, Clarksville Meadow Motel, circa 1960. This sold on an offer of $3.75. I've had it for a couple of years. One of the reasons why I probably let it go at that price. Used on the back. And this next one. Okay, Seabright, New Jersey, drawbridge over Shrewsbury River, the seashell border. I did have it at 19 bucks or best offer, and I ended up selling it for 10 bucks. Now, when I went to research this, I could not find anything for drawbridge, Shrewsbury River, Seabright, New Jersey. And I definitely didn't find anything that had that with a seashell border. So I had somebody send me an offer for like 7 bucks. I declined it. They came back at 9, and I declined that. And the next day, they sent me a note with an offer for 10 bucks, saying that this was a common postcard. And I know I was not going to sell it at 19. I knew that to begin with. I was actually kind of hoping more closer to 12. But when I went and actually did a product research for Seashell Border, the average price over the last 3 years was $9.15. So for me, a common postcard is something that's closer to $5 and less, or there's a lot of, I did not find for the last 3 years that this postcard here actually sold on eBay. But I paid 55 cents for the postcard and sold it for 10 bucks. So profit's profit. So, like I said, what do you consider a common postcard? Moving on. Ginza, Tokyo at night. This sold for full asking of $7. Continental size. Lots of signs. Unused on the back. This one sold for $3.75. Shawnee Methodist Mission, Kansas City Historic Building. Standard size postcard. Unused. Okay, then Wine Country. This sold on an offer of $4.20. Used on the back. Northern California. And let's get this on the other side. Absolute Vodka Chalk Festival, Universal City Walk, 1997 advertisement. This is one of the Max Rex cards. Absolute, down here is where it tells you it's Absolute Vodka. And didn't really ever think I'd sell a postcard with somebody's stepped on gum. Okay, this is kind of a cool postcard. It sold on an offer of $6.75, 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, a Palace of the Manufacturers. So, St. Louis exhibition down here in 1904. It's in German, and the back of the postcard is for international. I just thought that was kind of cool. That sold for $6.75, standard size. And The Apostles Peter and John, an art postcard by Albert Dürer. It sold on an offer of $4.03. And used on the back. A few more. Gatous, Oklahoma, the Blue Whale Park on Route 66. It sold on for full asking of $9, continental size, from 2012, used on the back. Two more. Star Wars Tales number 21, Dark Horse comic, Darth Vader on the cover, sold for $4.20 on an offer. Unused. And lastly, Athens, Greece. This is part of the Acropolis, and it's the carotids, probably didn't pronounce that right, have to do with these female statues that are holding up that part of the building. And this sold for full asking of $4.95, continental sized, unused. Well, that was my week. Sales were down a little bit, and so was the money, because these were, for me, more common postcards that I sold. But stuff still went out the door. Well, I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching.